That's my soul.
Dumelang. My name is My name is Fatso, and let's do this. So maybe time runs out of patience, or patience runs out of time. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out how Grandma keeps her garden flowers afloat land when I can barely keep my pot plants alive. She says it's in the hands, and that mine are too soft. See, her hands are rough like gravel under bare feet. They've had to walk on days Granddad rode rage on her feet, and on other days her hands war like art, made abstract tangible, served meals on canvases, canned in verses of scripture that stripped her and planted pain in bearing fruit. For a man who plows her garden with no regard for her. But in her garden, the apples don't keep the doctors away, nor the serpents at bay. In her garden, she bears the gift of bleeding love into her seeds, and not the curse of bleeding blood to bear his seed. In her garden, the roots are rooting for her. They maneuver like manure, like manora, anyonyoba. Grandma's garden has blackberries. I can't black ki color ya manora. She waters from her womb. Her water breaks the thirst of the plants. In this garden, she knows giving birth without labor pains. Because in this garden, she's the plant mom. The plant dad is patience, but patience runs out of time, or time runs out of patience. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out how Grandma keeps her garden flowers afloat land when I can barely keep my flower all to myself. Because of men who cannot keep their hands all to themselves, their hands. Like bees, they feed on my pollen, fallen petals, marking patterns of ripping fruits not ripe. They never sowed, yet they reap, ripping through the chlorophyll of my flower skin, converting my energy into chemical spill, into the nostrils just to reach a high enough to feel the sun, blazing rays of heat on my leaves, leaving my being just to hibernate into a new skin that isn't harboring imprints of my deflowered flower that I've kept untouched. Yet they've touched with their greasy hands and slimy fingers, slippery through handcuffs, their hands cuff impurities, sculptures of streams, seams, sins have been stamped in their nails like clay. They only play when it's time to feed, but cannot pay the fees, my bride price. See, Grandma laughs when I tell her how my garden is guarded by gunmen who use their pistols to piss, piercing bullets of pests no pesticides can suppress to die. Tales of men who don't take her by surprise. She knows this tale far too well. She's mastered the themes and scenes and made peace with the plot twist that this flower isn't ours to own. We are mere maids that clean it when it bleeds, and when its seeds sprout, we carry its fruits to term. I've seen Grandma die many times than live in her lifetime. She dies to salvage selfish plowing of her garden. I guess she couldn't stand by and watch it wash his ego clean. So she clinged onto this garden instead. The only garden that pours back into her. Because in this garden, she's the plant mom. The plant dad is patience. But patience runs out of time. But with every clock arm chasing virtue, time runs out of patience too.